Hey guys, so my mic sounds very quiet in this video. I can't do anything about that right now because I already recorded the video, but I'm gonna try and fix that for the future. Just the fucking, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but that's just how it is. Sorry, but try and interpret what I say, and yeah. So, see you in the video. Let's go. Here's a game I haven't played in a while. I feel like I should have been. I'm gonna try and stay a little closer to my mic because I feel like if I don't, it'll I don't know, it'll cut. Okay, hold on. Let me turn that down and then turn my mic volume up. That might work. So here's a game I haven't played in a long ass time. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Please put in the current time. Okay, I kind of remember this. It's 9 o'clock. Exactly. It's exactly 9:10. 9:10, your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 9:10 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate? It's exactly 9:10. Just turned 9:10. Can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather more data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Okay. So that'll be fun. I do not remember where we left off last time. The Stanley Parable 2. Not accurate. This is not a sequel. This is just this is just the same game with new endings. I think. I could be wrong. And on consoles. Because I don't think the original Stanley Parable is on console. I think it's just a PC game. Sorry if things sound echoey too. I'm using my Snowball mic right now.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of...
It's a little high. Let me turn that down. So one thing that I remember before we wait, what? Oh, yeah. One thing that I remember was
his
that
office.
Like, asking if the guy was like I feel like the main, or the guy who made the game is going through some shit, and I was like, hey man, you want to talk, it's cool. Like, you can talk to me, it's fine. You don't have to. Did I already do this anyway?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
But
what if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Yep. So that's one of the endings. I don't know if I did that ending. I think I did. I had to have. I haven't watched my other videos to see what endings I've done already. Did I go through the main ending? Not sure, but I know I did the video game ending. So one thing that I might have to do is look up how to, or I'm just gonna really quick, I'm gonna look up just quickly how to get every ending. I'm gonna use Google, not YouTube, so I don't have to like go through every YouTube video, and maybe it'll just tell me. There are 19 endings defined in Stanley Parable, with the deluxe including an additional 24. Though it's important to note that one of the original Stanley Parable endings is not present in Ultra Deluxe. Okay, all new endings in the Stanley Parable Deluxe, Ultra Deluxe Edition. After 2 resets, follow the narrator's steps until reaching the double door into the manager's office. Along the path, a new door is labeled new content will appear. Okay, so I've already done that. So I've already done that. There is the control ending. All original endings in the Stanley Parable Deluxe. Okay, so that's what I need. Just so I can like get through this. The normal ending. In order to reach this ending, the player will simply follow the directions given to the player. Control ending. For this ending, player will need to follow all the previous steps within the normal ending, except when you reach the mind control facility. Okay, escape ending. This time, the player will see an escape sign up here. Confused ending. Seeing stars ending. For this ending, players will need to listen to the narrator until they reach the boss's office. Instead of entering the code into the pin pad, players should go down the stairs to the basement and... Oh, okay, so that's the insane ending. Office ending. Instead of... Need to close the door. Window white void ending. Awaiting input. For this ending, players need to look out for an... That's that. Indie game ending. For the beginning... Baby click ending. True happiness ending. For this ending, players need to follow the indie game ending until reaching the red and blue door. Go through the first blue door. From there, players will need to drop from a high place. Okay, so that's tapped ending. Or taped ending. From the beginning, don't listen to the narrator until the player has reached the warehouse. Take the cargo lift and use the box to drop down. Turn around to find the open vent inside the players. can find and use. Inside, players can find and use a recorder. Okay, so we'll try that, and...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
So we'll try that.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, this is...
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Wait, what? Oh god, wait, what do I do with this? So yeah, I'm just trying to show the new endings. That's really all.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
So
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Until the warehouse, take the cargo lift and use the box to drop down. Turn around to find an open vent inside. Players can find and use a recorder.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Didn't I already do this ending? Yeah. I think I already did this. Sorry. Yeah, I already did this. I definitely already did this. But it is a good refresher.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so...
Is this Stanley?
What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
Jesus. Alright. God damn. Okay, so I found the new content. All new endings in Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Although I think that is a new ending. Collectible ending, we already did that. Stanley is famous. Follow all the narrator's paths until taking the elevator to the mind control facility. From here, stay in the elevator and ride it back up. Player will need to repeat send elevator back up until they reach a new area. Okay, so we already did that one. I know that for a fact. A new life down below ending. Follow all the pathways leading to the normal ending until the player reaches the mind control facility. From here, walk over to where all the monitors are, and from atop the terminal, drop down into the darkness.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm going to be talking over the narrator. It's because he won't be quiet sometimes. So follow the narrator's instructions.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to be using this. Luckily it doesn't get,
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh wait, can I go in? Oh yeah, I can take that elevator, but it doesn't do anything. I think it just... You just go down forever.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Oh, 28.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Sorry, wasn't paying attention. So I think I did almost all of these, because I think I did Stanley's phase ending, and I did the collectibles ending, so then those 2 are scratched off, and then there is the epilogue ending, which is next, so hopefully we can finish this series strong. I probably won't be doing the other endings. Just
descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read endings, Mind Control Facility.
It's just like a thing that says the bucket endings. I'm not gonna... I mean, it's just like...
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
So I gotta find a way to, like, get off here. So, and, like, fall into the void. So I don't think there's a way to clip through something. Oh. Yeah. Guess not.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Atop the terminal.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof.
Yeah. Okay. So, we're going to try that again. So there's like, yeah, there's 4 endings, which... is kind of weird.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So yeah, I'm going to try and do this quickly. 2, 8, 5...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So... yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Sorry, I was answering a text. Okay. So, we're going to try this again. And I might have to look up a tutorial because I don't know what exactly I'm doing wrong, if I'm doing anything. So, it says just like, once, get to the terminal. But it says once you get to the monitor rooms, which I thought I did, but I couldn't find anything to like jump off. So okay, let's do this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I need to jump down there, I think. Or am I supposed to... Oh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the Bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more.
Christ.
And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Nope. Reset for me. Alright. So, okay, cool. Now what? So I think the last ending is the epilogue ending. If I'm not wrong. Let me check. Alright. Epilogue ending. After completing the new content ending and collectibles ending, every time the player starts up the game, they will be able to set the time. Set the time correctly twice, and on the third and fourth time, set the time to any number. After this, the player will receive a new epilogue option in the main menu. Okay. We'll do that. Let me just see if it's already there, and if not, then I will, okay, so it's not already there, so let's exit out of the game. Now, we're going to jump back into the game, and hopefully it asks us to set the time. Had to crack my knuckles there. Hopefully I didn't fuck it up because I put in the actual time. Please adjust the slider until the computer is... Oh yeah, it did say I was gonna... Until the computer is barely visible. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cat are friends. Please adjust the Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes a number 9. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Which of the two made-up words below is more appealing to you? That one. Please don't adjust the slider. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes, I do. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? No. What time? What is time anyway? Yes. If there's anything about yourself that you... Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes. Help. Jesus, this got dark. Yes. Will you come back to visit me? Yes. Probably. Jesus. Alright. Now let me leave again and come back in and see what happens. That got like really dark for a second. Yeah, that was dark as hell. Let's go. This video may also be a little longer. I'll try and speed through moments. Or Maxwell, do you know what to do? Okay, so let's see what happens now. Is it going to ask us for the time? Developed by Crows. Written by Davey Warden. He created, or he was sort of the main character of A Player's Guide. What time is it? Does anyone really, truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Jesus Christ, Davey, are you alright, man? Jesus. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact I can't fucking read because I'm dyslexic. Specification. But who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all of the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in-game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time. But that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. Like you being alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. I'm not really in my job description. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Oh, hey, I got it. Jesus Christ. That's kind of fucking deep. Alright, epilogue. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Is this like... Jesus. Epilogue. Many, many years later. What? Whoa. This is like the one ending. Because that's the fucking thing from the one ending. This is the thing where I was like, Jesus, you need to like talk to a therapist or something. Stanley Parable 2. Yeah, this is the presentation he was so excited to show us. Now it's all like ruins. Oh, it's a cave. This is giving me weird vibes, but I fucking love it. It's giving me very isolation vibes, which is creepy, but it's also fucking amazing. I love it. Cookie 9's blog. Review, Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which undersourced how disappointed I am with its sequel, where the first game teamed with originality. The Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for, an infinitely deep hole. Who cares? Where are the new endings? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figures gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting and welcome reprieve from? I don't know. Okay. Hey, what is that? What does that say? What the fuck? Cat dog born. Scientists confirm hybrid species. Is that the like the show Cat Dog? Jesus. Look, Davey, it's okay, man. Like, Jesus, not everybody makes a great game. I mean, I love this game. It's fucking deep as hell, but like, Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. Stanley Parable launched to a massive success in 2013. Its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has promoted the developers to rethink their ambitions as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what fans want. Reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision of a series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic intelligence of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Jesus. Something, view scores in video game history second. Jesus Christ. Is this like... This isn't real, because the Stanley Parable 2 was never released. This is technically the Stanley Parable 2. But this is like him working through some stuff, I think. that? I can't tell. It's like a picture or something. This is like this ending is very much like a beginner's guide. So, is this like... I need to go down here. I hope... Jesus. Whoa. We're here. This is the office. What does that say? Thank you for enjoying the new content. Oh. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise. What nonsense. Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead. Try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Door to 427. Stanley Parable 3. A door to 427. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequels by 1. And then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go for this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say. Say as well. Don't do it. Don't do it. I understand. Sometimes we're not ready to move on. That's fine. If you ever change your mind and want to start inventing new sequels, come talk to me. I'll be right here. Jesus. That's pretty fucking dark. So that's it. That's all the endings. What is simplify controls? So I think what that is it's a commentary on how people will just put out quote unquote sequels. Hold on. What happens if we go back into epilogue? it's just gonna be like... Yeah, so I think it's just the same thing. But, Jesus, that was... Like, god damn, that was pretty fucking, that was pretty heavy. Very good game. This game, Davey, if you're watching this, first of all, I think you need to speak with somebody, therapist. I'm not qualified, but, I mean, I have a therapist that hasn't helped me, but, you know, it's fine. Well, I shouldn't say that. It has helped, but, Davey, if you're seeing this, I think you need to go talk to somebody, just saying. Very good game. Very good. I fucking loved it. I think I actually do like this one more than the original because of how deep this one is. The other game was deep, but it felt more like... It didn't feel as deep as this one. This one actually was like... It touched upon shit that was like, whoa, that's kind of real. Like, that's a real thought. Very good game. Keep making games. Fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, I mean, hell, this, oh my god, fucking amazing. I have nothing else to say about it. It's just fucking amazing. This might actually be one of my favorite games. Right now, anyway. We'll see what else comes out this year. Again, very good fucking game. This guy knows how to make games. I mean, he fucking knows. And this team really knows how to make games. Thank you guys for watching this little mini-series of all of the new endings in Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition, Ultimate Deluxe Edition. Thank you guys for watching, and